listen, so the statistics say, and again, I must say I'm not a statistician, if that's the thing. I'm not a researcher. However, in the information that has come across my path is that Black women are less likely to get breast cancer, but we're more likely to die from it, right? So that is because of the lack of, there's healthcare disparities. That's one thing we have to talk about, right? And then there's also, we don't go to the doctor, or the doctors don't take our aches and pains seriously, or we trust, the things that we hear from our doctors and or our friends, right? So Afro Pink wants to change that, because it's a 40% higher chance that Black women have of dying from breast cancer than any other race, right? So, but saying all that to say, representation is important. It is key that we have Black women out there, Black people out there, period, that show. I am the poster child. You're looking at somebody who was a early detected breast cancer survivor. Early detection saves lives. As cliche as it sounds, it's true. I am a living, breathing example of that, because I was diagnosed at stage 0, not one time, 2 times, because I went to the doctor regardless of what I believed, because I, medically, genetically, scientifically, whatever you want to say, it is different than the things that you believe. So you never know. But the good thing is, still go to the doctor. But make sure, because I had a very important, I have my care team. I have a care team. You should have a care team that represents the different types of doctors that I need to see on an annual basis. And especially now since being diagnosed. But going back to the representation thing. So one of the things that Afro Pink does is, if you go to our site, we have a monthly breast self-exam section of the site, that page on the site that basically has Black people, it's an illustration, but you can see she has braids, he has, curly, or he has a beard. But we want to make sure that, to your point, is like, when you go into the doctor's office and you see these pictures of, women on the posters on the wall or in the pamphlets, they're not Black people. So we want to make sure that there are Black people represented in it, because it is something that's killing our women and men, because men get breast cancer too, not the same rate that women do, because I believe it's 1 in 8 women get breast cancer, and it's like 1 in 1,000 men, or 1 in 833 men get breast cancer. And if you're Black and you in there, you have you have a higher chance of dying than the white counterpart, or any other race, I should say, because it's not just whites, whatever. So that thing is very important in representation there. So that's why we have events with other organizations that show, people look at me, they don't even know that I'm in my late 40s, right? They look at me.
I did not know. I was like, girl.
That's what they said. It's that BDC. You already know what that is. The Black Don't Crack. So anyway, but saying all that to say is that, I'm out here showing you that, I did the work in spite of what I believed, and I got detected at stage 0. So we want the same thing for you. So the key is getting diagnosed as early as possible. And yes, it is a very scary thing. I thought my life was over. I was literally walking down the street openly wailing when I found out, because I heard nothing after she said breast. I had to go back and say, okay, now that I got myself together, can you tell me exactly what's going on, so I know what I need to do? But at the same time, I met this woman on Sunday. I did an event at a church on Sunday. We were talking about genetic testing, and she was like, I just don't want to know. I don't want to know. I was just like, girl, do you know that I know it's scary, but you can have you can know and still live and be happy. Your life will change. I'm not going to say that, it's not easy. I'm not going to say that it's, I'm going to say the other side of breast cancer, being on the other side, you're totally different. Your whole life is different, right? We're in Afro Pink is in Essence Magazine. And I talk a lot about my life after breast cancer. And it's like, listen, I'm talking to you, I had like 3 hot flashes. I saw my face sweating. Your body changes, you change. It is what it is, but I'm still alive, and I'm still happy, and I'm still making. This has been one of the best years of my life. I can't explain it, but it keeps getting better. So I was saying all to say is, like, don't be afraid. You can save your life. You can save your children's life. You can save your children's children. You can save your brother and sister's life. Take a genetic test, and it will change everything. So